one before. She broke a little heart upon the floor.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you a do-it-yourself mani tutorial, and this is basically the steps of how I take care of my nails at home, which do two things for me. They either lengthen the time of my next visit to a nail salon by taking care of my own cuticles, which is the most important thing, or I get to save a few bucks because I don't have a need to have someone else do it for me since I am doing it for myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and please thumbs up this video if you'd like to see more do-it-yourself beauty care videos from me. With that being said, let's get started. So today I'll be using the Formula X system by Sephora, and this product is so good. It does wonders for my nails. So basically the way this system works is a 4-piece customizable manicure set that Sephora sells. And for all 4 pieces, basically the value is $44, but what you're paying for it is $32. So you get your nail cleanser, you get your prime, which is basically your base coat, then you get your shine, which is your top coat, and then lastly, you're able to pick out of their whole entire collection, which is huge. So be prepared if you're really bad with making decisions on the spot. Be prepared to think about what kind of color or even effects. They have a bunch of effects, nail finishes. So the collection is pretty huge. But that's really good because like that, you know, you have everything you need basically in one collection. So I guess one of the things that I could share with you is that I don't know if everyone's going to experience the same thing, but with the nail cleanser, I definitely feel like a little burning or tingling sensation. So it doesn't last very long, but it's definitely like doing its job. Hello happy fingers. So basically what we're going to be doing for the first step is using Lemony Flutter to put it all over my cuticles, and this is basically like a softening butter for tough cracked skins, but I usually use it just for my cuticles. So for step 2, what we're going to be doing is pushing back our cuticles and cleaning underneath our nails. That's very important, especially when you're growing out your nails. A lot can build up underneath there, and it's kind of gross, so we have to make sure we clean it out. So that's basically what I'm going to do, and so I'm just going to speed it up for you because it could get kind of boring and very repetitive. So that's basically all I'm going to do throughout my whole nails is just pushing back my cuticles, making them look really nice. And in case you're wondering what's going on down there by my workspace, that is a magazine page tear out. I love magazines, so that's just kind of something I started doing. I'm like, I need a little workspace. I don't want to ruin my table, so hey, just a nice little inspiration page to have in front of you while you're working. So that's what that is. So for step 4, all I'm doing is using a dry cotton ball and running it through all my fingers just to clean out any residue or just any, any flaky skin to be able to remove it. So for step 5, basically what we're going to do is just figure out a nail shape that we're comfortable with, have worked with before, or want to try out. This is your chance to just do whatever you want to do. I like more of a square, but on the edges more of an oval shape. So that's basically what I'm doing. And hey, you're at home, you can perfect this. So practice makes perfect, and basically that's what I'm doing. I take my time, go through each nail, and just make sure that the shapes kind of go together with the nail, the nail next to it. And that's basically just my method, whatever makes me comfortable, the shape and even the length is what I just go for throughout my whole nail. So I take a lot of time to compare it. I look at it to make sure if everything looks even. But yeah, that's basically what I do in this step. So once you're done shaping the nail, or even coming to the nail shape that you prefer, or getting around the shape that I like, what I do is use the nail block file that I have, and that basically kind of cleans the nail out. So like if you have any, when you're filing down and you have those edges that don't look as clean. Well, that nail block, which I got from Sally's, does help with just cleaning that nail, buffing it out really good so that it leaves you with a nice clean surface to work with for your next step. Step 6 is basically where we just clean out the nail completely. So grab a cotton ball, grab some water, and this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to be going in with my nail cleanser, and we're just going to apply to each nail all the way around. And then we're going to grab our primer, our base coat, and repeat the same steps, all the nails. And this dries off pretty quickly, so it's not that lengthy of a process. So when it comes time to painting your nails, just take your time. What I like to do is start at the top of the nail, and I like to have a good amount of product on the brush so that I can kind of like place it right at the top, and basically you're placing like 2 dots or a dot, and then you're just going to sweep it all the way down. And what I do is I just clean out the end of the nail if there's anything sticking out. The nail polish formula itself, it's pretty thick, so it dries really fast, so you have to work kind of fast with it, just because you can notice like the streaks if you just go over and over again. So my recommendation is, you know, do your one coat, and if it's not perfect, don't try to go for the second coat right after, just to build that. And then you can go back in with your second coat. Like I said, it is thick, so just be very careful with your placement as well. And lastly, what we're going to do is go in with our shine, which is our top coat. And with the top coat, I do have to tell you, it's just the same basically finish as the nail polish almost, but it is a little thicker. So just be patient with it, and like I said, use the same technique. You can start at the top of the nail, put a good amount of product there, and then sweep it down the nail. It's going to dry extremely fast, and it's going to seal everything together. So to place a rhinestone on your nail, just grab the dotting tool, dip it into some of the top coat, and with that dotting tool, grab your stone, and just place it wherever you want on the nail. Usually what I do is also place some of the top coat in the portion of the nail that you are going to place the rhinestone, just so that it's sticky on both ends, and it'll guarantee that it'll stay on your nail. Of course, I didn't grab the nail inside the camera's view, but hopefully I explained it well enough. And then finish it with a nice top coat just to seal everything in. For step 11, we're using Tiny Hands from Lush, which is what I just had in my hand. Pacifica's Tuscan Blood Orange Hand Cream, and Formula X Quench to Go Cuticle Balm Stick. As well as Bath & Body Works Deep Cleansing Hand Soap. So what we want to use is lukewarm water. Definitely something for the oils from the Tiny Hands to kind of soak in to your skin and stick pretty well. I always feel like the warm lukewarm water. It just feels really good, and it allows tiny hands to just kind of like melt into your hand. So I don't like to be rough with my hands, so basically what I do is place a towel underneath me just so that I can pat dry my hands. I definitely want to keep the moisture of the tiny hands and the whole process, you know, the lotion and so forth, so you don't want to completely dry off your hands. We're just going to go in with Formula X Quench to Go Cuticle Balm Stick. Feels amazing, very buttery and soft, and this is just basically to finish up all our hard work.